'Tis this day that is this day, and I'm here somewhere in an airport. What I believe is I can fly anywhere that I want to. What I also believe is I can't fly anywhere that I want to fly to. Also, it is my choice. Also, I don't believe anyone should restrict anyone in their movement. If I want to turn left or if I want to turn right, it is my choice. Also, what I believe is if anybody tries to restrict me in my movements, I have the right to actually defend myself, and not just defend myself, to tell them to fuck the hell off, because hell is not a place where I want to be. And anybody trying to restrict me in any movement that I make is actually feeling like I'm in hell. And I am not. Because this is planet Earth, motherfucker. I get to choose where I want to go. I have the right to defend my life. I have the right to defend myself. That is my life. So, now I'm here. I feel weird. I feel strange. Like I have been feeling for quite a while. And I believe people who follow people around the whole time just to restrict them in their movements are assholes. It is my opinion. That's what I want to say to myself. For a very long time, I've been trying to go to a place, to get to a place. Where is that place? I don't know. I just came from a place. That place was awesome. Now I'm in another place. It is my choice where I go, or where I stay, or where I move to, how I move there. Bus, airplane, walking, bicycle, motor, car. I do not have to be ashamed that I am alive and that I am a human being. Anybody who tries to shame a person for being alive should look at their lives and think again. What the fuck are you doing here? Because is your life made to actually restrict others in their movement? Because I believe not. So when people try to shame other people for just being alive and just living their lives the way that they want to, the way that they chose to, the way that they have chosen, then I believe they should shut the fuck up. That's my belief. And I have the right to actually say it out loud. I've reached my breaking point. Somehow, this moment, this place right here, did something to me. I cannot really explain it, but that's something I want to say to myself. That's why I chose this spot to stand and actually say this to myself. Now, for people who tell people, sit down, shut the fuck up, you can be humble walking. You can be humble sitting in a car. You can be humble sitting on a bus. You can be humble sitting in a motherfucking airplane. You can be humble sitting in a motherfucking scootmobile. There is no reason for another person to say, this is the place where you need to be. This is the place where you should die. This is the place where you should live. This is the place how you should live there. This is what you should eat. This is what you should drink. Stop motherfucking telling me what the fuck I should do. That is on my mind. That has been on my mind for the longest time. Did not have a recorder, so note to self. Just thank you. Somebody gave me this phone, somebody gave me another phone. I can use them. I chose this right now because I've reached my breaking point. I've reached my breaking point, and I don't give a fuck about what other people have to say about me. This is my life. You do not get to decide how I live my life, where I should go. If you want me to die, look at your life and ask yourself, what the fuck are you doing being alive, telling other people they should die? Maybe you should dig a fucking grave for yourself and lay down in it. Because if you dig a grave for somebody else, already you dug one for yourself. You need to shut the fuck up. Stop telling me anything about what I should do anytime, any given moment. If it is not saving my life, then you need to shut the fuck up. If you cannot address me in a normal, proper way, like a civilized person, then shut the fuck up. Stop addressing me. Period. If you cannot talk to me in a normal way, shut the fuck up. If you cannot stand my politeness, if you cannot stand my friendliness, if you cannot stand my kindness, shut the fuck up. Don't be in my life with your bullshit. This world already has enough problems without you opening up your mouth, talking bullshit about anybody or to anybody. There is joy and it needs to be increased. If you cannot increase the joy, shut the fuck up. Let somebody else who can actually let your joy increase do the talking and do the joy and love making. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of my way. This is the point where I've broken it. This Stuttgart airport, okay? I do not need to be ashamed about being anywhere or anybody knowing where I am. I am a human being. I am alive. If you cannot stand me, then shut the fuck up. Move out of my way. If you cannot take me lying down, get the fuck up out of my way. Don't cross me. Just shut up, move, and stop your bullshit. I am not a little girl. And if I was a little girl, thank God I had the parents that I had. Because if you were my parent, I would tell you, shut the fuck up. Why? You do not raise children like this. You do not tell your children to tell other people, you're going to die, or I hate you. If you teach your children that, then guess what? Then I do not need to wonder why the fucking world is fucking. Everybody fucking each other up like it's the normal thing to do. I think it's absurd. I think it's crazy. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's stupid. I think it's weird. I think it's dumb. If you want to be that dumb, okay. Go ahead, be that dumb, not towards me. Today I've reached my breaking point. If you want to act up, if you want to act like a motherfucking asshole, then I have to tell you, I'll tell you to your face, you're being an asshole, okay? So that's what I want to say to myself. Now I got it out of my chest. I feel a little bit better. I feel relieved. Because actually now I finally opened up my mouth to say something. And I said to myself, so finally, now, okay, like I said, if you cannot make anybody happy, if you cannot increase the joy, shut the fuck up, okay? Find a quiet place and be like miserable by yourself, or find somebody else who's also just as miserable as you are and be miserable in that place. And say something nice to each other, and then let the joy increase. And first happiness, and then the joy. Because I cannot stand this. How do you think that you will become happier by actually trying to fuck up an other person's life? How do you think you will become happier just by ruining another person's life? How do you think that when a person dies, or if a person dies, that you will become happier, that your joy will increase? It will not. Because then you will find the next person to try to destroy their life. Then after that, you will find the next person. And after that, the next person. And after that, the next person. And then you're left by yourself. And then maybe finally you'll start thinking about yourself. And then you think, oh, I didn't need to do that. That did not make me happier. So already, think about yourself, think about why you're so miserable, and then, after that, after you fixed your own problems, you solved your own problems, Then you can say, oh, well, now I solved my problems. Now you, what do you got to say? Blah, 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 blah. Because right now, I feel a little relieved. But also I feel like that shit's so crazy. That shit's so crazy. Like, it's not a sport, you know. And if you do call it a sport, I'll squash it. I'll get my racket and I'll squash that shit. Because I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's kind. I also think it's not friendly. I also think it's not all right. And Jean, that's what I had to say. If I have anything else to say, then I'll say it to myself. If you want to comment, Will, then you just comment. Because right now, I don't know what else to say except for that was on my chest, in my head, in my brain, on my mind. I don't know, was just there, and I just, pronounced that stuff because I felt the need to do so. I like being happy. I like joy because when you feel joyful, you have clarity in your mind, you have clarity up in your chest, and you spread it around, and everybody else around you is like, what is that? And they try to take some of it, and then it increases because they try to be as happy as you are or as joyful as you are. And then it gets spread around. I'm at an airport right now. It's the perfect place to be happy at. It's the perfect place to spread joy because then people take their flights, they board the aircraft, and then they land at another airport, and then they're like super happy, and then everybody is like smiling at each other, and then like, it is world peace all of a sudden. It is my belief. When you actually are happy towards another person, and that person boards a plane and lands at another airport, they still have the joy inside of them, and then they just look at another person, they smile and spread the joy like that. So, note to self, if you cannot be kind towards other people, just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. If you need to ventilate your frustration, because if you don't, then you just, what is it called? You just start how do you say that? You start holding in all the frustration, and then it grows and grows and grows, and then boom, unnecessarily. So this is my ventilation of frustration to myself. Anybody else want to comment? No? Didn't think so. So, got nothing nice to say? Shut the fuck up. Thank you very much. And also, note to self, if anybody tells you you cannot speak, just tell them shut the fuck up. It's been too often that people have tried to tell you you cannot speak, you cannot look at this, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. Fear is like one motherfucking bitch, okay? Not even a bitch. Bitch, something else. Fear is a stupid ass thing. Because of fear, people hurt one another. They're scared, and so they do scary things sometimes. I heard something. When people hurt, so when they are hurting, they hurt others. When people are scared, they do scary things. It is not nice. So you're scared of something? Guess what? Don't scare other people just because you're scared. You do not want to look at something, don't look at it. If somebody else wants to look at it, you can say, well, I don't want to look at it, and maybe you shouldn't either, to give them some advice. Don't tell another person they cannot and bestow all of your fear upon them just because you are so scared. Just give them a word of advice. Maybe you shouldn't do that or do that or do that. Don't be up in people's back with the motherfucking shit that you have to say, oh, blah, 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 you did, just because you're scared. If you are scared, get some motherfucking help. Okay? Do not make other people scared just because you are scared. Don't tell another person they cannot do something just because you don't want to do something or you are too afraid to do something. Don't limit people in what they want to do just because you feel limited by another person. So freedom of movement and freedom of speech, do not cross that. Do not tell another person not to move here, not to move there. Don't try to cross another person when they are looking for something that they are needing to do. Don't cross another person. I'm telling you, they'll waltz right over you like. So shut the fuck up. That's what I have to say. Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. I already told myself, shut the fuck up. I kept quiet. Now this is my breaking point. And I look for a quiet place by myself, talk to myself. If you have to comment, if you want to comment, he ain't nothing nice to say. I'm telling you, shut the fuck up, because I'm tired. I'm tired, sick and tired. You want to kill people? Look at your own life and just question, just to pray to God and question God, why are you here? Your life is not made to tell other people to die just because you will have some happiness. That's not what your life is made for. That's not what my life is made for. People try to limit me in my movement and speech because other people became happy and joyful when I spoke or did anything. And then they try to limit me. People are scared because other people might have something more than them. That's greed, motherfucker. Do I need to explain greed to you? It is called greed. If you see somebody having more than you, or a person is about to receive more than you, and you're too scared for a person to receive that, that's motherfucking greed. Because you need to go out, get a motherfucking job, maybe not even a job, maybe just, walk around or something, I don't know, and then try to get that thing for yourself. If you do not want to, well, guess what? That's your problem, not mine. If I'm working hard at something and you want the same thing, guess what? Don't try to crush me. Just work at yourself. So if you do not want to, and if you do not even try to, it's not my fault if you don't receive it and I do. I work hard for what I want. And if I don't, well, whatever I receive, maybe it's like 1 motherfucking cent. Maybe it's no sense. Maybe it's something else. But then still is mine. If it's just 1 cent. Just one cent. Just 1 cent. Then that 1 cent is mine. Do not try to get my 1 cent from me. I already am poor. It is not funny. But anyway, that was that.